Welcome in, everybody, to TB Sports 27. Hey, we got the A-team announcers for this one because this is a top 8 matchup that we have between the Tennessee Volunteers, the Kentucky Wildcats on appears to be a pretty rainy day here in Kentucky. Oh my goodness. Laying out a bit, letting you listen to the A-team announcers because it's not often. I wish they would get cycled into the mix a little bit more often in this game. It's not the case. And we are going to be talking about, you can see, 4-0 versus 5-0. Big time matchup. We're going to talk about some college football 26 onto this stream. We got a new sub. Thank you, Tech, for the sub. We're going to shout you out for any of these subs.
One of the things that we saw, the clock's ticking down all year for this game, this day. Now they get their chance.
So what do you guys think? We saw the college. Oh, look at this big run. Look at Glenn Allen. Can't ask for anything more than that. What do you guys think? Let's start it off hot. We're going to talk about the college football 26. College football 26, a lot of talk. The trailer came out. Nothing too crazy in the trailer. You got a lot of cool pre-game stuff. A lot of the animations look like we got some nighttime, some drone stuff for the pre-game. So that has been improved. Other than that, a lot of the hype for the college football game has kind of come from people that have play tested it early on Twitter. If you're not on Twitter, TB Sports 27 on Twitter. Let's hit you with those social medias real quick. There we are, all up and down. Of course, we're going to do our post-game show, our recruiting over on Patreon after this as well. So make sure you just subscribe. Tech just signed up. Make sure you guys do that as well as he says, oh, nowhere to go for Fritzy as he goes down on that one. So 3rd and 22, that's not going to be good. But most of the hype has come from people online. Most of the people coming on Twitter that have pre-played the game. Let's focus on this. Well, we got one-on-one. He gets hit. Oh, the catch is made by Allen. We have a flag, though. Oh, are you kidding me? That's brutal. That is a fantastic play. And Chris Fritz. Okay, that could be serious. We're going to put a pause on the college football 26 talk for just a moment here because our starting quarterback of the last 2 seasons, who has had Tennessee going to pretty much its 2 best years, it was not a late hit. The ball still in it. Yeah, it was a clean shot. Nothing out of the way. So that means Theo Schlesinger is going to come in on 3rd and 32. Not much. Now, he's known for having the better arm than Chris Fritz, but Chris Fritz more the athlete. Let's see what Schlesinger can do here. And immediately kind of under-delivers a pass to a wide-open player. So just leg cramps, so that's going to be okay. We are... the re-injury risk is high. Let's keep Theo in there for a little bit. And hopefully we can get him back out. But yeah, it's been Chris Fritz the last couple of years here. It's going to be a bit of a weak punt. And for our team last 2 seasons, actually. Senior. I believe he's a senior going in this year. Let's check real quick. I want to say he is a senior, but definitely he has been the guy the last 2 years. He is a junior. Okay, so he's a redshirt junior. So we started him as a freshman, I guess. Maybe freshman year we tossed him in. And then he had the really good... I'm trying to remember now. I think he may have played at the tail end of his freshman year. That was when we were kind of still doing quarterback roulette. And then it was his first full season last year when we went to the playoffs. So, okay. So, junior quarterback here. But yeah, college football 26. What I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys excited? A lot of talk online You guys know my stance on the yearly video game release. I typically don't do it. I'm hearing a lot of good things, a lot of cool stuff. I like that coaches are in the game again. This is stuff that, I don't know if you guys subscribe to Soft Drink TV. He's probably one of the more objective YouTubers as far as not necessarily always praising everything that comes out, but he kind of talked about, you know, a lot of these features are great, but why weren't they in this game? I kind of put a tweet out there as well that a lot of the features seem really cool. They seem really awesome, but they also seem like what would be a patch update, kind of. Not enough for a $70 game. Again, I'll have to wait and see when more gameplay comes out, but a lot of different good stuff from what we're hearing from people that have play tested online, but until I actually see it, at least in the early going, just seems like, but you know, that's the model as well. You know, the yearly release model, that's the model. But it just seems like it's stuff that could have been released in a DLC or a patch. Like nothing that's truly innovative, I suppose. You know, we're getting trophy cases back, which is cool. Apparently, DBs, look at this. DBs are supposed to be fixed where they can't see the ball. You know, they don't have eyes in the back of their head anymore to be able to make an interception. That is allegedly supposed to be fixed, so we will see if that is the case on that. We'll check that out when the time comes, but for me, if it ends up being a huge change, which a lot of people on Twitter seem to think, a lot of people say there's about 50 or 60 changes that fans have asked for that have changed in this new game. For me, that would be like right now, if you were to pick up College Football 25, which is a very fun game, the game is like $10, $20 if you go to Walmart right now and pick it up. It is super cheap. That would probably be the case for me. So you're going to be seeing me play this a little bit longer. As I usually do, I told you my cycle of playing these games is 4 to 5 years. Probably if it's that much of a huge thing where things are going to be different and it's worth picking up, it's going to be when it's, you know, $30, $20 game, not dropping $70 every year. That's just where we are on YouTube as well. If we were to continue to get more subs, the Patreon signups, we could entertain that more. Madden, on the other hand, I'm hearing kind of the same stuff for Madden 26. We'll have to see. Madden 25's definitely had some bugs that they have patched in that were not there previously. So that one may be a little more up in the air. We'll have to see. But I'd hate to have to rebuild the RXFL and all that stuff. But I do think completion percentage in Madden 25 is way too ridiculously high. And I've tried to tweak the sliders and have not found a happy medium with that yet. So that's my thoughts. College Football 26 as we focus on this battle. A couple of 9-0 teams, and Kentucky is going to strike first in this rainy battle of Kentucky and Tennessee. But I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live chat. And I'm going to shout you out and read your comment on air. If you guys want to send in any Ko-Fi links as well, any Ko-Fi links, you can do that as well. And I will read your comments on the air. As well as if you sign up at Patreon, I'll answer your questions and read them on the air as we go about as well. But that's thoughts, early, quick thoughts on just what we've seen from the one trailer. The stuff seems really cool. Nice that we're getting the coaches. Nice that we're getting the trophies. These were all features that we had before. You know, this is something we had in NCAA 14 kind of thing. So all stuff we had before we're getting again. It's nice. I'm interested to see how the DB stuff is going to be, because that's definitely been a big issue for many, many years here. But I want to see Chris Fritz back in the game. So that stuff is all cool. Hopefully a lot of the bugs that are in this game, like the scheduling bugs, will be addressed. The transfer portal is supposed to be much better as well, much more chaotic like it is in real life, instead of only having like 5 transfer portal players that everyone's going after. So all stuff, all good stuff that I will be interested to see when we get more news about it going forward.
They've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who's on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you're thinking about the Tennessee Vols.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, move the sticks for a first down for this Tennessee offense, and this quarterback is really starting to throw the ball well, putting the ball on the money, and giving these receivers a chance to make plays after the catch. And tell you, they've had some great quarterbacks, as we know, that have played in their time in Knoxville.
It's giving a little hype to the past quarterbacks here in Tennessee. As I said, laying out a bit on this one because you don't often get to hear the Reese Davis team. It's very rare. I wish you'd get to hear him a lot more, but it's very rare. And so I kind of want to hear them too because it's always the other team, the Herb Street team.
We're going to see a repeat. Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this.
They're talking about the last time we played Kentucky. I don't even remember the last time we played Kentucky. I feel like it was almost back in like season 1 or season 2. We don't often see this team. In fact, I was kind of talking about the scheduling issues from this game that I hope is resolved in 25 that you don't often get to see a lot of the teams. We're seeing like LSU for the first time in 8 years. There's some teams like Texas and Oklahoma we see every year. And then other teams like the Gators, I think I've never seen. The Gators in Tennessee not playing is insane. I think I've only played the Gators once or... Oh, my goodness. I didn't... Oh! Fritz stays on his feet. Probably should have thrown it to somebody else. That's who I wanted to throw it to. 39. Let's go for it. I'm going to take a risk. I wanted to throw it to Triangle, but the Stadium Pulse, I didn't know who it was. All right, I'm going to try to hit Sambucci. Uki might be my other guy. Let's see.
Trying for a fourth down completion.
Oh, man. I just hate punting when you're at in that 30-yard line mark because you're only really gaining like 15 yards on a punt. Hopefully the defense can buckle up here because they did not have a good opening drive against Kentucky. But, yeah, scheduling's definitely been a big issue. I know I don't know how all the coding and all that works, but it's tough, I guess, with all the conferences and video game logic and all that. I'll take that sack all day, though. But as I was mentioning, I think I've seen the Gators once. This is only the second time, I believe, but I've seen South Carolina every year. I've seen Texas every year. I've seen Oklahoma every year. I've seen A&M every year. Certain teams we just always get, but LSU, this will be the first time we've played them. Auburn, we played them for the first time last year. Florida, I've seen once. I think it's the second time we've seen Kentucky, so definitely something that some tweaks that they can get fixed going forward, but evenly matched numbers all the way around, but what's not evenly matched is the scoreboard, which is Kentucky with the lead.
We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down.
This is a big one. Let's get this defense going.
Offense looking to throw.
Oh, put the pressure on him. Come on, intercept that. Yes, the way that hung up there. Let's get some blocks. Let's get some blocks and up to the 25. That was fantastic. That was a desperation throw. Oh, he's in the right position. Did you guys check out the RXFL game that we did this past weekend? Go check it out. In-game commentary. I told you I'm going to kind of be doing a mix and match of in-game commentary, my commentary. You never know what you're going to get. It's just a matter of having time and kind of changing up a little bit. See which ones are going to get the hits. Some guys like the in-game commentary. Sometimes you guys like to listen to me. So kind of give you guys both options here.
It didn't cost him anything. And they put together something here.
Wow, a solid opening there. I am also planning. I finally beat Horizon Zero Dawn. I did a couple episodes here on the channel a number of years ago, and I finally finished the game. So I saved the last 30 minutes of gameplay from that session, which was basically the final boss. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ookie into the end zone. What was it, Nomad or Noel or something, the final boss? I already don't remember from a day ago, but you get a couple comments from me because I was recording with my controller microphone, so you'll hear a couple things, but for the most part, it's in-game. I'm going to be getting that uploaded on here in a little bit. And again, while we're winding this down, we got a new subscriber on YouTube, which Again, I appreciate that, but if you want to help support the channel, check us out. We got Streamlabs, we got Ko-fi as well, Twitter, as we were chatting College Football 26. Subscribe on YouTube. We do some Twitch exclusive streams as well, but the big one is Patreon, and that's where we do our post-game show. So we play the game here live, but for the hardcore fans that want to see the recruiting, they want to see the Heisman, the bowl race, the stats, we do a 10 to 15 minute post-game show after every single stream. College football, we're going to start doing that for Madden coming up. We got WWE Dark that's coming out. We're trying to get back to every stream that we do. We do like a bonus couple of minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. WWE, you get a lot more than that. We dropped a 1 hour bonus show, ECW One Night Stand on Patreon. That's where you can really help out the channel. It helps us try to get to full time, and we'll be able to stream more with you guys. Plus, you guys get a bunch of bonus and extra content. I try to keep most of these streams, the sweet spot being at an hour or so, as 30 minutes to an hour is what seems to the algorithm likes and picks up on. So that's why we do a lot of the recruiting and stuff for the people that want to see that over on our Patreon page. But we got a couple different levels you can participate at. We got Discord access at the higher levels. You can get a on-air shout-out. You can promote something, promote a Twitter, promote a business, whatever you want to do at the higher levels, plus the Discord access and the Twitch replays and all that good stuff at some of those higher levels as well. So go check that out. We got stream requests as well, the top level. You can request what you guys want to see here on the channel. So make sure you check that out. If you guys are tuning in, not wanting to see college football, you'd like to see some WWE, if you're a part of that top level on Patreon, you can put that request in.
But the ones that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And
This front line at Tennessee, pretty good, pretty dominant. 7-7 as expected in top 8 matchup. Should we bring the heat? I'm going to bring the heat. Linebacker blitz. It's either going to burn us or it's going to work out. Let's see. And they run the ball 3 consecutive times. Man, they tried to get us with a draw play on 3rd and long. That's quite interesting there. Let this one go. Oh boy, that wet grass. That wet grass, the ball just died there.
Well, the coverage unit does their job here.
Should we try it? It works so well. We're in our own end zone. I feel like this could be a little risky, but we're going to try it. It's either going to be a great play or people are going to be talking about this one. It ends up being a great play. Look at this. Boy, these jet passes. Huge for the Vols.
I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football.
Something to think about here. If Kentucky can't stop that, that's a play we can do a couple more times. Especially in the rain here. I want to kind of keep the ball on the ground.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. He'll hand it off.
So far offensively, definitely we've got big openings. It has not been a slog on offense. We had the opening drive that kind of blew up on us, but we are moving the ball well since then.
They're going to run it here.
And mainly the only reason that offensive drive the first time died out is because of the penalty. We technically had another penalty that's going to hurt us, but we had the big, 30, 40-yard pass that we had to bring back because of the penalty. Man, we're killing our. I feel like I'm the Arlington Renegades out there. All these flags on offense. We're hurting ourselves.
Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. 1st down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback dropping back. The ball is caught. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid.
Second and 18. It's tough.
Close to first down yardage yet.
We're gonna go slot flags.
How about the offense here dialing up a good zone beater? Let's give credit to
I don't like
for calling the
him
right play at
going.
the right
Oh,
time.
I don't want to do that. I want to do a
In that zone.
hot route, spooky, quick. I don't have a lot of time. Okay.
Okay.
I just didn't like him going to the sideline and actually. Oh my goodness.
The sack and the play could not escape the pass rush.
So we can either run it or we can just heave it up, and if it's an interception, it's as good as a punt, is what I always say. We'll see. They're pretty well covered down there. If we get a little one-on-one, I'm going to try it.
Expecting the pass and blew up the play.
Glenn Allen, who had the big catch. Okay, well, there you go. See if we can pack them back.
And he'll kick it away now for the second time.
He's going to get to field it.
And the coverage scene gets the returner to the
Feel
ground.
good.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff on a single back
So that is a
formation.
4th consecutive run going back to that last drive.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun.
Woohoo! Nice job knocking that one loose. Let's blitz him. Overstorm Brave.
Not gonna be easy.
Get this D-line to light him up.
Long way to go for a
Bring
first
the
down.
heat. Here we go.
Drops back, needing a third down.
Ooh.
This time it's complete.
Nicely done by the Wildcats.
Good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
They did not call a timeout, though. Quite interesting.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now.
Ooh, that could have been a flag. I love being the edge rusher. I don't know. Anyone else have a favorite position? I know a lot of guys like to be linebacker. I find it just so hard to control. But I love trying to get on the edge and get through to a oof. If he had caught that, he had some daylight in front of him. I've tried the inside these two guys as well, and I don't know. I like having that speed, try to hit the edge and get in and lay out a quarterback like that. Look at that. That's all me. I didn't get to the quarterback. Almost put the pressure on to throw an interception. So we'll get the ball back with a minute here. Possibly, depending on how this punt return does, we might be a play or two. Boy, unfortunately, blocking was so bad. I thought maybe we'd be able to get a play or two away from being in field goal range, but blocking kind of sucked right there. So
Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
ouch.
From the pocket delivers
Kind
over
of
the
put
middle.
him in a bad way. I was thinking he was going to keep going after, what was it, X
Defense stays in zone after
or
that quick
triangle,
play.
but he did not.
Change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
That completion sets up an important third down play.
Can he get out of bounds? No, that will at least stop the
Good enough for a
clock.
first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. The Vols looking to use the up-tempo offense here.
Boy, the referee set the ball quick.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And looking for a big play here.
Man, that triple coverage developed quickly. So that kind of sucked. That was a bad...
It's a short return, but a takeaway.
It was one-on-one when I threw it, but it quickly turned into a triple coverage situation.
You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is
Well, it's definitely going to come down to who makes the last mistake as we get into the second half. That's the way this game is turning out.
Sounds simple, but it's not.
This is our first conference game as well, and what a way to begin conference slate.
And here comes the Kentucky
It's a
offense.
5-0 number 8 team. And a rival, Kentucky and Tennessee, man. That's like neighbors.
Pass caught.
Look at the map.
His way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game.
Remember, Chris Fritz is playing injured a little bit. He got dinged up in the opening drive, so he's not necessarily playing at 100%. So Kentucky feeling quite content to let this wind down to the half as we are tied at 7 apiece at the Kroger. At the Krog. Do they have a Kroger in this stadium? You think they should, right? They should have a little grocery store in this stadium. I don't know. Anyone that's ever been to the Kroger, let me know in the comments. Is there a grocery store? That's always a missed opportunity when you go to a branded stadium. Remember when they had the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl in Detroit? But Ford Field, I think, was like contracted to sell Hungry Howie's, so they couldn't even sell Little Caesars in the. Remember, you ever heard that story back in the day?
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. The Volunteers will kick this away to begin the second half.
When I went to, when I was a student at Troy University, my alma mater, still owe them 30 grand, so patreon.com/tvsports27. It was Movie Gallery Stadium before Movie Gallery went, belly up with streaming and whatnot. I couldn't rent any movies. Now, there was a movie gallery right outside of the university that I went to a time or two. I got some movies there. I might even have some DVDs with the Movie Gallery sticker on there, the official Movie Gallery sticker of the official Movie Gallery and Movie Gallery Stadium. But you cannot rent movies in the stadium. There was no little movie gallery inside Movie Gallery Stadium. So let me know, is there a Kroger at Kroger Field? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's terrible. That hurts. That hurts. I don't like how tiny their UK logo is on their field. I'm not a huge fan of. I like the logos big. I like my big midfield logos. I want it to go hash to hash. You don't get too many logos. I kind of miss back in the 90s. You'd get the logo like right. You get the logo at the 25-yard line off to the side. But remember, like the NFL playoffs, you'd get the AFC, NFC championship logos, man, and it would be right in the middle of the field, but on like the 30 or 35-yard line. I miss that. I miss having that activity on the field. Everything's off to the side now. Shoved off to the side. All right, we got to stop these guys. Oh my goodness. We whiffed. We whiffed on them.
That's the key to this defense right now. Great job against the jet sweep of staying out.
Yeah, they did the jet sweep. Maybe we got to run a couple of those here. This has been a great opening drive for Kentucky here. Look at Middle Tennessee tearing it up. We originally had them on the schedule for this year, but when we got assigned the Aflac kickoff game, that game got moved to next season. So we might be dealing with a pretty hefty Middle Tennessee team. We handled them quite easily last season. I think that's one of the ones in the archives. Go check it. The first couple of games I just did like the big games. I wasn't uploading all of them, but now I'm trying to get back in the routine of covering every single game. Because I was testing the waters. I was seeing, do you guys just want to tune in for the big, exciting games? So I was doing that for a while to test the waters, but now I've kind of gone back to what the OG channel was, which was just straight up streaming on YouTube. The people that tune in are going to tune in. I had some moderate success doing it on Twitch and then uploading videos later on, but like I said, the YouTube subscribers were far outpacing 7-1 over on Twitch. So still going to do stuff on Twitch to try to get that audience, but they're going to be like exclusive streams here or there where it'll be like part of this, so you won't miss anything. If you're a member of our Twitch page, you'll still get to see, but I might do a random Tennessee game or a random Carolina game over on Twitch, and then the VOD we'll put up on our Patreon page, so you guys can check that out. So you wouldn't miss anything if you weren't able to tune in at the time. There would definitely be ways for you to check out that game and get the full library. So the lead for the Wildcats with that field goal. Now pressure goes back to #1 in the nation here after running through a non-conference slate with some relative ease. Had a bit of a fight with James Madison, but we got an injury. But it's kind of disappointing. You get this big 1 versus 8 matchup. The national game of the week. You got Reese and dealing with the elements here.
This one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the second down play. And he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it. Come on.
No flag brings up third down. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion.
Hopefully, if that linebacker comes up, we got X that's going to be wide open. He does. Oh, and I just didn't have enough time. Oh my God! Everybody didn't. He would have been wide open. The receiver did not get to his route quick enough. The linebacker had a lot more speed than what I was anticipating. And we got ourselves another 3 and out here in Kentucky with a massive opportunity right now.
That's a solid gain in return. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Looking to build on this lead in this possession. Had to settle for 3 last time out. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the kick?
Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the
I like seeing that 3rd and 20.
I
like that.
Allowed the defense to get home.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very
Screen. I tried to roll out. I tried to go back. It didn't. Man, they're. Is it the rain or what? They're slipping out of tackles like nobody's business. Look at all our Tennessee fans. Top left of your screen, all shoved up there.
And a low line drive, ugly punt. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds. So no return.
They're killing us in time of possession right now. It's Kentucky.
They were held to
Without
a quick
question.
3 and out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
It's going to be a run to Glen Allen.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
A couple of nice runs in the first half, but Allen has been smothered, covered, and diced a bit in the second half. Ugh. Kentucky defense, man, they are roughing us up right now.
In this football game, they cannot stay on schedule.
Does he have the beat?
The pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
Why does my guy not fight for the ball? One-on-one coverage. One-on-one. 50-50 shot. Second interception of the day for Fritz.
They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
The guys up front lined up. It's first down.
I'm curious if you can hear. Let me know on tape if you can hear my upstairs neighbor banging around.
As we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings.
And we're already in the fourth quarter. This has been a 30-minute stream so far. This game is zipping by. But we head to the fourth, and it is do or die time here for the Vols, and really good field position for Kentucky. Sloppy game. It's in the rain, low scoring, kind of what you expect in the rain.
And that's a solid game from the
Tennessee, I should say Kentucky, doing a nice job getting the quarterback scrambles. Maybe that's something we got to utilize a little bit more. Oh my God, is that going to be? No, I think it's going to be on them. I don't think offside is called much in this game. It's usually a false start. We are running a spy on this play to hopefully stop any scramble.
Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down.
That hurts.
30, and that's a first down. New set of downs.
Anything, a touchdown's going to hurt. I'll just say that. Anything less, we could at least say is going to be a win here, but
tackle made after the completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it. Get the
I'd like to see a fumble here with the rain.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short game.
We're gonna blitz them over Storm Brave. Play man coverage and bring everybody.
Let's see what they do on third down. Looking to throw it.
They go with the screen, and it was.
Receiver makes the catch. Powering through. And head out of bounds, but not before picking up.
It was almost intercepted.
Nice job here by the receiver to be able to pick up this.
Oh my God. Okay, in practice, we're going to be working on tackles this week in practice. There was way too many players that did not get wrapped up and brought down.
Bulldozing his way through. Looks like a man is down on the field.
Quincy Ramey.
So we'll take a timeout.
Some ill effects here. Man, #1 in the nation held to 7 points right now. But like I said, I also feel like, Kentucky has kind of grinded out the clock with first downs here or there. These slow-moving drives, which is eating up the clock, not giving us a lot of possessions.
First down and goal right there. So it's first and goal. The offense will try to milk the clock and add points if they can.
Well, that did not work for them. That's something they got to fix. That's been an issue in EA games forever. If you do a play action fake on a goal line play, no matter the scenario, you're always getting sacked. And in real life, play action plays on the goal line are actually quite effective. Well, you know what's not effective is this freaking team cannot tackle, which is extremely frustrating. Because that has just cost us, most likely, our undefeated season and #1 in the nation. Our hopes of getting to Atlanta have already started behind at 0-1. Because we cannot tackle. Yet another multiple missed tackles on this drive, which is unforgivable.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead.
Well, we got 6 minutes. It's going to be all Chris Fritz. Can't even really afford to run the ball here. I'm just amazed at how fast this game is. Unless something crazy happens, we're looking at like a 45, 50-minute episode. They're giving us a lot of Jim jabs. Let's try this. And it only gives us a couple of options, throw them, but maybe that's what we need right now. Keep it simple.
And the back now goes in motion. He's escaping the pocket now.
Well, try to run, as we said, trying to get Fritz moving the ball.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Second down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run,
and that's Fritz's 3rd interception. It has been a rough outing throwing the ball for Chris Fritz. I mean, he was open.
themselves back.
He's open, but he's missing the mark on his throws big time, and it could be the rain.
Big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The underthrows are very frustrating in these games. I mean, you step up into the pocket, look at him being wide open, and it's just an underthrown. Like, this is, I mean, this is football 101. The pocket's there. You step up in the pocket, which is also very hard to do in these games. Like, stepping up into the pocket, you get this weird throwing motion. But, I mean, look at the ball thrown. You put some elevation under that. I mean, that is a wobbler. That is, and again, that's just because it's a weird looking. But step up into the pocket, make the throw. Man, you get some arc under that. That's a first down, but look at, it's an underthrow. You got to get that where your receiver can get it. That's 3 interceptions for Fritz in this game. And, yeah, for Tennessee. Well, we came into this one number 1. We felt fairly surprised at that number 1 ranking. And our first, I guess, real strong test of the year. What do you think for Kentucky, though? That's got to put them way up there. 6-0 to knock off number 1. Is that going to put them at number 1? Or is Oregon going to take over that number 1 spot?
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory.
Could have been the injury as well. You know, Chris Fritz was banged up in that first quarter. That also could have had a huge effect. Keep it a 2-touchdown game at least here on defense. Oh, is he going to miss it? Yes. Well, there's still some life. There's not much. There's not much, but we got a little bit of life here. Chris Fritz is cold and just whiffs on that throw. Fritzy, what's happening? We got to get the confidence up. And our receivers are just falling behind defenders right now. It's simple. Every time we're throwing the ball, a Kentucky player is getting out in front. Oh my goodness, that was fantastic. I almost thought the same thing. I said, as soon as I throw this, the Kentucky player is going to step right in front. It did not happen. That was a big-time play. That was one we needed. Let's see what we got here. We might have some shots into the end zone. Let's see, depending on how these guys go. Keeping an eye out.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble.
He's not even throwing the ball on the run well, and that's usually the old bread and butter there for Chris Fritz.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Bringing pressure.
Nobody's getting open. Look, rewind it back. Rewind it back. Nobody's getting separation on our wide receivers. Here we go. And he underthrows it again. Another underthrow. A wide open receiver, and Fritz cannot make the throw. You cannot be any more wide open. 4 interceptions for Chris Fritz in what's been a very rough game. Wide open, perfect throw, and it's under-delivered. And this is what we're talking about in college football 26 that allegedly they're supposed to be getting rid of. This is a corner that is not looking at the ball, and somehow he can see the ball coming. Like, in no... to make that... Now, yeah, maybe he can knock the ball away, but he looks up here. Look at that. Look where the ball is. 5-10 yards away, and then he looks up and is able... That's allegedly supposed to be out of the game in college football 26, is defenders making interceptions with eyes in the back of their head. But either way, 4 INTs. I almost feel like at this point, I hate to... I always say Schlesinger has the better arm. I think we throw him in because this is a day to forget for Mr. Fritz. We had a total of 5 interceptions in the game. Look at that. 9 to 23, 4 INTs. And they were all basically not like any throwing into bad coverage or you throw and a guy steps up. Every single interception, I believe, was an underthrow. Having an open receiver and just underthrowing, underdelivering.
Second down after that previous play. The defense appeared to jump before the snap and the flag.
Well, there you go. I said, do they even call offsides in that game? They did in this game. They did right there. There's an offsides. And Jameson, too. That's one of our 5-star players.
Here's second down.
Well, if we get some crazy turnover, it's still not completely out of it. We're kind of talking like we're done. Still all the timeouts. Still a shot at a possession or two, but definitely not looking good. And we're going to be going with our backup here the rest of the way. What kind of press conference is Peyton Manning going to give? Oh my God, how many flags have we had in this game? So 3rd and 2, that almost guarantees that they're going to run it, which maybe end up being okay for us because we have done a decent job with the running backs. Not the quarterback running game, but the running back running game. And we are going to stop them. I'm going to call a timeout. Why not? Call one of those timeouts.
Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible.
Did we make a mistake taking out our starting quarterback, putting the backup in? He's got the arm. Still a game, still a shot. We're going to see if it comes back to hurt us or not, but I just think the game that Chris Fritz is having, I don't know. You got a lot on the line here, obviously. Number 1 on the line, but I just think, how can you trust him going forward? Kentucky, credit this defense, man. Everywhere, they are all over the field causing havoc. It has been rough for our receivers. Ugh. And again, there's another one where their guys are just getting in front. Receivers are not breaking loose, and their guys are getting in front of all our guys. And another drop. That's been the story. It's either drops, receivers not getting loose, and their defense has tormented us.
It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you gotta go for it here and hope.
There we go, as the referee nearly got in the way of that one.
Is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down.
Man, I don't like how quickly they set the ball. That's kind of the advantage in college football. If you get a first down, the clock's supposed to stop. And they're setting the ball in like seconds and letting the thing run. That's not right.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball.
Well, there's the arm. Oh, get out of bounds. Did he get out? Don't know, but you're seeing Schlesinger's arm. No, he did not get out of bounds, so time will tick, which kind of stinks.
It's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense.
Trying to go to the corner. Oh. Two big throws by Schlesinger. As we said, he's the arm. Schlesinger is the arm. Fritz is more the athlete. Kind of looking at these guys across here, going across.
And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to
create. Oh, we're gonna run it. We're gonna run it. And he fumbled. And Kentucky's got it.
Who's got it?
How about this defense flying in?
It's another Tennessee turnover. Schlesinger's not the runner. Had an opening, tried to take it, and got us in the rain. Look at it one more time. Oh my God, it is so close to. Is it worth even just doing a challenge? I mean, why not? What do we have to lose? Like a UFL coach throwing the super challenge, look for anything. Not challenging the fumble, I'm challenging whether or not he crossed the goal line before he fumbled. And the ball is clearly out. Thought I'd try. That's how close it was.
Not the news the coach was hoping.
We still had timeouts too, and I don't know how much time we would have gotten the ball back.
See if that proves to be crucial.
Maybe the onside kick. I don't know.
It's a first down play.
We only had one timeout left anyway.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
So we put 7 on the board, folks, and number 1 is no more. 0-1 in conference play as we fall to the Wildcats in a messy 5-turnover rainy performance day here.
Wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
They beat us up. Kentucky beat us up. Their corners roughed our guys up. No space was given. Guys were not hanging onto the ball. And too many underdelivered passes. So Kentucky knocks us off. They get the win here. Let's take a quick look at the numbers as... Man, sometimes I like to just go to view highlights and kind of remember, like, what happened in all our different quarters. Where did we go wrong? Takes a long time to scroll through. I guess I could have just gone that way. Look at that. So this was our opening drive, and that's where we had the penalties that kind of beat us up and took us back. And then we got the score. Or no, that was them getting the score. Then we got the ball. Then we went right down the field. So we only had 2 possessions there in quarter number 1, and then that's where we got the score. Then they had it, and you see, and then here's where we got it back. So pass, rush, and we were moving the ball. Then again, penalties. Penalties killed us as well. I mean, no doubt about that. Penalties. Then we got the sack, the incomplete pass. I mean, when you get a couple of penalties, you have a 10-yard play, then 12-yard loss. Can't make it. So that was part of it. We weren't getting a whole lot of possessions here. And then the first interception by Fritz. Then Kentucky took this drive. They ate a lot of time off the clock. We got the ball. No, this is all that same drive. Look at this. Look at how much time they took off the clock. Massive drive for that. And then we go 3 and out. Give it right back to them. Get the ball again. Throw the interception. And by then we were toast. Not much happening there. So, quick look at the stats. And then let's compare them. Comparative there. We actually did better total offense than Kentucky did, but they had the late touchdowns, that is for sure. I guess we'll just look at our guys. Fritz, neither one of them is great. Rushing, Glenn Allen kind of took the ball out of his hand at some point, did decent on the ground. Fortunately, some of his nice catches got taken away. George Uki did a nice job. Rashawn Davis, a couple of catches there, and Andy Kinder. All right, guys, disappointing loss. That is going to wrap it up. But where are we going to drop in the rankings? Is Kentucky going to move into number 1? And how is this going to hurt our recruiting? We are going after some big-time recruits. Patreon.com/TBSports27, the Kentucky-Tennessee post-game show. The post-game wrap-up where we go through recruiting, top 25, Heisman, all the numbers. SEC standings now, where are we going to be with that first loss? You can check us out for some bonus content, some extra content, some behind-the-scenes content, the Tennessee-Kentucky post-game wrap-up show at patreon.com/TBSports27. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you over on Patreon.